we go. All right, so find your way to child's pose. Go ahead and take the knees wide, big toes touch. And as you sink in, just, feel your exhales today. Like, just notice when you exhale, what does your body do? Can you feel how it just kind of like, softens? You sink into the mat, sink in, maybe into your body a bit more. And once you start to slow all that down, you feel the breath and you feel your body, just, notice then where does the mind go? Can you keep it content to be in this space, or does it take off and go into to-dos or laters or yesterdays? Our goal in this practice, along with moving our body, is to try to stay aware, to stay present to the sensations, notice where we feel strength, notice where we feel some stretch, notice when we feel maybe a bit too deep in a pose so that we can come out, or notice when we're holding back and not exploring it to its fullest depths on whatever level speaks to you, if that's on a physical level, on the mental, emotional level, however you need that.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Mary. I'm glad the phone worked.
I don't know how to turn the mute on. Oh, I do. I'll mute it. Will I still be able to hear you?
You should, yep. It should just work like,
late.
No worries. Settle in. Glad you could join.
Thanks.
So just a few more breaths here, letting the sit bones sink. Noticing how the breath can regulate. And then start to make your way up. Coming up onto hands and knees, we'll take a few cat-cow. So knees under hips, wrists, elbows, shoulders line up. On an inhale, let the heart come through, the belly drops, gaze lifts up. And then on the exhale, just really pushing the mat away, letting yourself arc, gaze in towards the belly. And then just moving with the rhythm of your breath. Take one more round. And then as you land in center, go ahead and take the left arm out in front of you, right leg long behind. So opposite arm, opposite leg, and then just really drawing in through the center. So as you reach, visualizing this line of energy from fingertips to the navel and from the toes to the navel, so that you stay nice and supported. We're drawing everything back in. Always working our way towards center to keep alignment in the body. But, as I've said before, that's no coincidence, right? As we're always trying to dive in and find center for ourselves, to come within, so that we can find ways to best be true to what we need. Take a nice full breath in and a full exhale. And then take it out to the side. So left arm's going to come out to the left, right leg comes out to the right. The right foot nice and flexed. And then come back long, front to back. Hand and knee down. Take just one cat-cow in between. Inhale, let the heart come through. Exhale, really push the mat away. And then as you settle back into center, right arm's gonna come nice and long. Left leg long behind. Brace is going to our usual spot. So as you reach long, just notice the arm in relationship to your shoulder, so you're not pulling out of that shoulder joint. You just want to gently draw back in. And same as you're reaching back long through your left leg, that the head of the femur is nice and supported in the hip, and you can feel the internal rotation of your left thigh. So you're nice and supported, finding length, but not overextending. Take one more full breath in. And a full exhale. And then take it out to the side. Left leg out to the left, right arm out to the right. Try not to arc. Like we try to contort our body to maybe find more height. Just let it be where it is, right? Like I'm not parallel to the floor. In my mind's eye, I am. So someday. One more full breath in and a full exhale. Bring it back long, front to back, and then hand and knee down, and start to make your way into down dog. So you might walk the hands forward a little bit, feet back. And then as you come in, whatever little movements you need. I always like that little pedaling in through the heels, letting one heel come to the mat and then the other. And let yourself find, just a couple of breaths in a place of stillness. Joanne and I were talking about that briefly at the beginning of class. Like when we first were asked to quarantine and be home, there was that resistance of not doing. And then after we've had a couple of months of that practice, now the process of doing some days feels a little bit much, right? And so trying to find and grab hold of our schedules so that we can create the boundaries we need. That's my big task as I'm starting to get into many different things again. Go ahead and take your left leg, reach it up nice and tall. Turn your hip up, bend the knee, press the sole of the foot over. A rotation in the ankle if you'd like, or maybe some of those big knee circles. And then go ahead and take your left leg nice and long and bring the knee in. Come forward. Now you're going to stay in this like supported knee in towards the chest. Now you're welcome to stay here, or you can draw a little square with me, right? You're going to bring left knee over to the right elbow. Let it drop down to the wrist. Come across to the left wrist, up to the left elbow. So you draw like this little square with your knee. Going again. That's 2. Right elbow, right wrist, left wrist, left elbow. That's 3, 2 more. Over to the right, down to the left, up and over 4. One more time. Knee down, across, up and over, and kick it back to the sky. Come back down dog. And then take the knee in, step it forward, low lunge. Thank goodness. So as you hunker in, right, nice and solid, left foot long through the right leg, that little squeeze of the feet together so you really get strong through the core, reaching through the heart. Right hand's going to stay connected, left hand's going to reach up, find your twist. Take one more full breath in and a full exhale. And then bring both hands to the mat. Go ahead and let the right knee come down. You can release the toes. Hands up onto the left knee. Let yourself sink down and forward. Stay nice and long. And then whatever arm variation you'd like, you can reach up. You can interlace fingertips. You can take that little lay back. One more full breath in. And then exhale, hands will come through, straighten through your left leg, maybe keeping the sole of the foot connected for a few breaths so that you feel this across the shin and the top of the foot. And then for the last few breaths, lifting the toes, bringing it more into the hamstring. And then walk the hands to the top of the mat. Curl your right toes under, step yourself back, down dog. Come forward to a high push-up plank pose. And then shift and lower yourself all the way down. Heart's gonna come through, little baby cobra, shoulders wrap onto the back, hands pretty firm into the mat. And almost like pulling yourself through so you can feel the triceps engage a bit, nice and active in the legs. One more full breath in. And a full exhale. And then pressing yourself up and back. Down dog. Take the right leg, reach it up to the sky, turn your hip up, bend the knee, press the sole of the foot over. Rotation in the ankle or big knee circles if you'd like. And then go ahead and take the right leg long, let your hip drop in. And then here we go, bring the knee in. Bring it in towards the nose. You're welcome to stay right here. If you want to add that little extra bit, you're going to draw the right knee over towards the left elbow. Let it drop down towards the left wrist. Draw a line over to the right wrist. Come back up, right elbow. That's one. Come back over to the left. And down. And across. And up. That's 2. Over to the left. Down to the wrists. Across to the right wrist. Up to the right elbow. That's 3. 2 more. To the left. And down. And across. And up. That's 4. 1 more. Over to the left. And down. And across. And up. And step back, down dog. Whew. And then right foot forward, low lunge. So as you sink in, again, just playing with your foundation, nice and solid through the right foot, long through the left leg, that little squeeze of the legs together, finding a little more length, reaching through the crown of the head, and then twisting. Left hand will stay connected, right hand reaches up. Take one more full breath in. And a full exhale. Releasing both hands down to the mat. Left knee will come down, releasing the toes. Hands up onto the right knee. And then again, you're welcome just to stay right here. Or bring the arms up. Whew, lose your balance. Try not to. And then interlace fingertips. Take that little lay back. That's what Grace thinks of it. One more full breath in. And a full exhale. Bringing yourself through. Hands down to the mat, straightening through the right leg as you fold forward. Maybe keeping the sole of the foot connected. And then for those last few breaths, lifting the toes up. And then walk the hands forward. Curl the left toes under, step yourself back, down dog. Come forward to a high push-up plank pose. Lower all the way down. One more cobra pose in this sequence before we move to up dog. You wrap the shoulders in, hands firm into the mat. One more full breath in. And a full exhale. Lower yourself down, press up and back, down dog. Full breath in. And a full exhale. Full breath in. And a full exhale. One more, nice and full, in and out. Gaze to the hands, step to the top. Inhale halfway, exhale fold. Inhale rise, sweep all the way up, arms reach up overhead. Go ahead and grab hold of the left wrist and lean into the right. So you're nice and solid into the left foot. Maybe the gaze comes up under the left arm. Come back through center, releasing, catching hold of the right wrist as you lean into the left, nice and firm into the right foot. And then back through center, cactus the arms. Get nice and solid into the legs, and then just let the heart start to float up. Take this standing back bend. And then Coming through, arms reach up, full breath in. Exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift. Plant the hands, step yourself back, down dog. Come forward to a high push-up. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Full breath in. And a full exhale. Full breath in. And a full exhale. One more, nice and full. In and out. Take the gaze to the hands, step or float. Come to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sweep up tall. Grab hold of the left wrist, leaning into the right. Come back through center, releasing, grab hold of the right, lean into the left. Come back through center, cactus the arms, float the heart. And then back to center, arms reaching, full breath in. Exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift. Planting the hands, step back, down dog. Come forward to a high push-up. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Full breath in. And a full exhale. Full breath in. And a full exhale. One more, nice and full. In and out. Take the gaze to the hands, step or float. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sit back, chair pose. Uttanasana. So let yourself sink in, sit bones dip back, try to get the thighs parallel to the mat, and then crazy engagement through the core, lifting up through the torso. Send the heart up, reach up through the arms. One more, full breath in. And the exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift, reach through the heart, plant the hands, step yourself back, down dog. Take your left leg, reach it long, and then step the left foot through, right foot's gonna spin down, come up, warrior one. And then just make any little adjustments you may need, finding the right length, the right depth. Keep drawing the left hip back, right hip forward. Feet are really solid into the mat and press them down pretty firm so you really feel legs nice and active. Maybe that little squeeze of the feet together. One more, full breath in. And a full exhale. Wrap in eagle arms, taking left or right arm under left, elbows up, shoulder height, forearms away, and then lay back. Bring yourself through center and nice and slow. Start to hinge inside the left thigh. A little humble warrior with eagle arms. Keep reaching through the heart, shoulders onto the back. Now pop up onto the ball of the right foot. You're going to lift up a little bit so you start to come over the left thigh, and then get that little lift off, coming into warrior three, eagle arms. Try to keep the hips square, really active through the right leg. Lots of core as you reach through the heart. Unwrap the arms. Let your left fingers find their way to the floor or a block, and then open up into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. From here, if you want to move into Chapasana, little sugar cane, you can give a bend to the right knee, reach back, catch the foot, take that little bow in the air. And then releasing the bind if you have it. Bring both hands down as you move into standing split. Let the right leg go as high as it will. And then soften into the left knee. So you reach back long with the right foot. Come up, warrior one. And then open into warrior two. So you can scooch it out a little longer. Check in with the left knee. Make sure it's tracking straight ahead so you can see your left big toe. And then as you square up over the hips, draw in through the core. Okay, so see if you can't find that lift from the base of the perineum up through the crown of the head. And then reaching long. One more full breath in. And a full exhale. And then flipping the left palm, lay back, reverse. A little half bind if you'd like. And then bring yourself through to a side angle. So you come into it, left forearm onto your thigh. You can keep the bind if you like. I kind of like that, just opening up the shoulder. Otherwise, releasing the right arm up. You can stay here or sink in a little deeper. And then maybe if it's here, you can reach around with the left hand underneath and work into the bind, grabbing right fingertips behind your left thigh. One more full breath in. And a full exhale. Releasing the bind if you have it. Both hands down to the mat as you come into a low lunge. Step back, down dog. Come forward to a high push-up. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Go ahead and take your right leg, reach it long. And then bringing the right foot forward, left foot seals down. Come up, warrior one. So again, as you settle in, just draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Get as active in the legs as you can, really just pressing down, leaving your footprint in the sand. And then rebound up out of the pose. As you press in, feel how that helps you to start to engage so you can lift and find length in the body. All these little things that we do so that you bring awareness to how you operate. Take one more full breath in and a full exhale. And then wrapping in eagle arms, left arm under right, elbows up to shoulder height, forearms away, and then take that little lay back. Nice and slow through center. Keep reaching long, moving into humble warrior with eagle arms, coming inside the right thigh. Keep reaching through the heart and the crown of the head so you stay nice and engaged through the core. Now start to pop up onto the ball of the left foot. Lift up through the torso a bit so you hover over the right leg. And then step into warrior three, eagle arms. Lifting through the left inner thigh. Nice and strong through the core. And then unwrap the arms. Right hand's going to come down as you lift, open up. Half moon. And then giving a bend to the left leg now if you want to move into that little chapasana. Little baby bow in the air as you kick the foot away. And then release the bind, so you're reaching long. Both hands down, standing split. And then soften into the right knee as you step back long with the left foot to land. Come up, warrior one. And then open, warrior two. Switch it out a little longer. Let yourself sink in. Now flipping the right palm, lay back, reverse. You can bring the left hand around if you like that little half bind, catching top of the right hip, finding some length. And then come through to a side angle. Right forearm onto the thigh. Keep the shoulders stacked, keeping the bind or releasing left arm up. If it's there for you to sink in a little deeper, maybe right hand to the mat. And then again, if that bind is there for you, right hand comes underneath, catching the left fingertips. And then get long. One more full breath in and a full exhale. Releasing the bind. Bring the hands down so you spin around into a low lunge. Step back, down dog. Come forward to a high push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Nice full breath in and a full exhale. Full breath in and a full exhale. One more, nice and full. In and out. Gaze to the hands. Step or float. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Sit back. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step yourself back. Down dog. Take your left leg. Reach it long. Step through. Coming up. Warrior one. And then wrap in eagle arms. Right arm under. Take that little lay back as you fill up. And then as you exhale, humble warrior. Inhaling, bringing yourself up so you hover over the left thigh. Stepping forward into your warrior three body eagle arms. And then release the arms. Left hand comes down as you open into half moon. Full breath. And then on your exhale, release both hands down, standing split. Soften into the left knee so you can step back long with the right foot. Come up, warrior one. And then slide open into warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse. And then come into your side angle, staying high or sinking low. Nice full breath here. And a full exhale. Release both hands down. Step yourself back, down dog. Come forward to a high push-up. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Take your right leg, reach it long. And then step the right foot through. Left foot seals down. Come up, warrior one. Wrap in, eagle arms, left arm under. Take that little lay back, reaching up behind. And then coming forward, hinging inside. Bring yourself up about halfway, letting your left heel lift and give that little lift off, coming into warrior three, eagle arms. Releasing the arms open, half moon. And then standing split. Reaching long through your left leg. And then soften into the right knee so you can step back. Come up, warrior one. Open, warrior two. Flip your front palm, lay back, reverse. And then come into your side angle, forearm onto thigh or sinking down a little deeper. Take the gaze up, full breath in. Then a full exhale. Releasing both hands down to the mat. Step yourself back, down dog. Come forward, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Full breath in. And a full exhale. Full breath in. And a full exhale. One more, nice and full. In and out. Gaze to your hands. Step or float. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Let yourself sink in pretty deep. Come over the thighs, and then we'll twist, bringing your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, back into chair pose. Let yourself sink in a little deeper. Come back over the thighs. We're just going to move right into the other side. The left elbow comes over the right knee. Inhale, back into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. You can toe heel the feet. Scoop up the big toes, 2 peace fingers and a thumb. Inhale, find some length, and then exhale, fold forward. Go ahead and release the hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring the feet together. Inhale, come all the way up. Sweep the arms up tall. And exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step back. Down dog. Come forward to a high push-up plank pose. Hold here just a few breaths. Hands nice and firm into the mat. Press in, draw them back. Reach through the heels, but at the same time, draw them in towards the navel. Now shift forward, lower. See if you can hold chaturanga. And then all the way down. Yeah, Grace, I agree. Oh, a little rock in the hips if that's good. One cheek down and then flip over to the other side, just even out. And then come back to center. Interlace fingertips at the small of the back. Let the shoulders start to squeeze in. Arms are going to come up off the back, so you start to create that space and then start to float the heart up. Maybe lift the legs if that's good. One more full breath in. And exhale, lower, come all the way down. Little rock of the hips. And then we'll do that again, interlacing fingertips. Draw the shoulders in, let the heart float. Legs lift, the gaze is just soft down to the mat in front of you. Take one more full breath in, and then exhale, lower, come all the way down. Take the hands under your shoulders, press yourself up and back, down dog. From down dog, I know some of you like to take half pigeon on your back, so if you that's where you want to go ahead and walk your feet through. Otherwise, if you're going to stay with me in down dog, take the left leg, reach it long, and then feed the left shin through to the top of the mat. If you're on your back, you can cross the left ankle over the right knee and reach through that opening and start to pull the knees in. And if you're taking it more traditional with me, start to bring yourself forward, coming over the left shin. As you start to drop in, again, just breath into sensation. So notice where it feels maybe the strongest in the body. And just shine your light there, shine your breath there. Sometimes it's just, that pinpoint, like right in the glute, might come into the hamstring a bit. So often throughout our lives, we're trained to look away from discomfort. We're trained to, just always seek the joy and happiness. And seeking joy and happiness is certainly important. It's not to downplay that at all. But in order to find those places and really appreciate them, we have to work through some of the muck that we've got going on as well. And if we constantly turn our cheek and don't shine any light there, that shadow just follows us everywhere we go. And some days we get really good at suppressing it, and other days it rears its ugly head. And so allowing ourselves to befriend that space, to know that that too is an okay space to be. And that once you kind of clear out that corner, you'll find joy again. Find some lightness and some peace, knowing that maybe you don't have to carry that around anymore. I like that Grace adds explanation points to when I get on my little soapboxes, her little snores and snorts. All right, so if you're with me, you can stay where you are. You can start to come up and then give a bend into the right leg, reach back, catch the right foot. There's that whole mermaid or king pigeon. If you want to move into that arm balance, you walk the left foot in a little bit and press up. Find that bind behind. It's a bit of a back bend coming into the right quad. If that's not there, you can just hold the foot, right? Or you can start to come forward and pull the right foot in towards the bum. Or you can simply just say no, right? Like, that's not happening today. So I'm going to stay where I am. One more full breath in and a full exhale. And then go ahead and release the right foot if you had that bind. If you're on your back, release both. You can find your little windshield wiper in between. I'm stepping back to down dog. And then when you're ready, we'll move over to the other side. So right ankle will cross over if you're lying on your back, or bring right shin through to the top, left leg long behind if you're taking it more traditionally. And as you settle in and you find that right spot, yourself start to come forward and let yourself explore the side, and just, there may be more sensation on this side than the other. And so you utilize the tools we have at hand, which is our breath, which plugs us into now. It allows us to stay present, to not check out. It allows us to clean house a bit within, right? We know how good a house feels when it's cleaned, and when we've organized and we've cleared away the cobwebs and the dust and got rid of the stuff that we didn't need anymore, right? And so that's part of this practice, is that cleaning our house, our internal structure, dusting and reorganizing, building strength. As we move, notice maybe where there's some held patterns, and maybe today's the day that you can let it go. And maybe today it doesn't feel safe to let it go, so you hold on a bit more. And it's our process, our journey of just looking at that and breathing with it, allowing ourselves to be in the space we need to be. To practice this vulnerability with ourselves so that we can be more vulnerable with those around us, so that we can be more authentic, so that we can be real. All right, so if you're with me here, I'm starting to come up. If you want to move into that little bind, you'll reach back, catch hold of the left foot. Maybe you move into that little bind. This side's a little more difficult for me. As you come in, the harder time keeping my balance on this side. Oh, not there. It's all good. And then, you always have that option of bringing the foot in towards the bum and folding forward, or none of it, right? Of just staying in half pigeon. And then releasing whatever binds you may have. If you're on your back, that windshield wiper. If you're taking it traditionally, step back. One last little down dog here. And then go ahead and walk the feet through so that we can all meet on our backs. And as you find your way into the back, bring the knees in. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Little rock. Maybe you come into a tight little ball. And then we're going to find a twist. Letting the knees drop over to the left. Right arm is going to come out long. Gaze over to the right. I usually like to bring the hand of the side I'm twisting to. So here, my left hand on top, just to help facilitate myself a little self-assist. And coming back through center. Letting the knees drop over to the right, gaze to the left. And then back to center one last time, little squeeze in. And then finding your way into Shavasana, final rest. The arms come long, the legs long and heavy. Your eyes close. Shavasana, this place just to lay to rest. Whatever came up, whatever you're ready to let go, just let it be here. Start to deepen your breath. Allowing a little movement into your fingers and into your toes. If it feels good for you to reach overhead, legs long, just welcome that length in. And then when it feels right, knees in towards your hearts, finding your way onto your side. And with your eyes closed, making your way up to a seated position, hands resting at heart center. Draw a nice full breath in. And a full exhale. Full breath in. And a full exhale. That's what Grace thinks of that. Inhale, draw your thumb knuckles up to your forehead, elbows wide, huge smile on your face and light in your heart. Inhale. And exhale, bow forward. Namaste. Thanks all.
Thank you.
How are ya?